is chanting, your adrenaline is pumping, and there are nervous butterflies in your stomach. And when you step on the court, everything else seems to fade away. If you have ever played a sport, you may have experienced these things. I experienced it every time I played volleyball. Volleyball has been a big part of my life since 6th grade, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Volleyball originated in the United States and was created by William G. Morgan. William G. Morgan was an instructor at the YMCA in Holyoke, Massachusetts. He wanted to blend the elements of basketball, baseball, tennis, and handball to make a sport of less physical contact for the members of the YMCA. An article on About.com stated that volleyball was originally called mintonette. They changed the name when a spectator said that the sport involved a lot of volleying. Therefore, they renamed the game volleyball. Volleyball.org states that the first real game of volleyball was played on July 7, 1896 at Springfield College. The YMCA spread volleyball to many other countries quickly. Finally, in 1964, volleyball was introduced to the Olympic Games in Tokyo. Volleyball is a team sport. It is played by 2 teams on a court divided by a net. Each team has 6 players on their side of the court. The point of the game is to get the ball to drop on the opposing team's side of the court. You have to do this by hitting the ball over the net. The team is allowed to hit the ball 3 times, having to make sure to get the ball over on the 3rd hit. One player is not allowed to hit the ball twice consecutively. The only exception to this rule is in attempting a block. A block is when you open both hands as big as you possibly can, put them side by side, extend the arms over the net, and jump. This is an attempt to stop or slow down a ball that is being spiked down over the net. A spike is when you start a little farther back from the net, approach it in 2 big steps, jump with one arm extended, and hit the ball with an open hand. To accomplish that, a ball must first be set to you. A set is when you open both your hands, make a triangle with your thumbs and pointer fingers, and spread your fingers in the shape of a ball above your head. You set by extending your arms and legs. To give someone a good set, you must first be given a good pass. Passing is very important when it comes to volleyball. It can determine whether your team makes a good play or a bad play. Passing has to do with your forearms. You start in a ready position with your feet planted shoulder-width apart, knees bent, hands together, and arms straight away from your body. You let the ball hit your forearms, then extend your legs to push it to the setter. You pass a ball when a ball is served from the opposing team to your side of the court. A serve is when one player holds the ball out in front of them, tosses it in the air, and hits it open-handed over the net to the opposing team. Serving is how you start every play out. Sometimes, to get a serve or a spike up, you must dive for it. Diving is when you run towards the ball, push off your back feet, and go airborne. You then come into contact with the ball with your forearms and hit the ground, landing on your stomach or side. You only dive in emergency cases as stated on Strength and Power for volleyball.com. You normally try to move your feet and get to the ball fast enough so that you do not have to dive. An ideal play for volleyball would consist of passing a serve to your setter setting the ball to your hitter, and your hitter spiking it over the net to the other team. Both teams keep doing these techniques back and forth until the ball hits the floor, goes into the net, or goes outside of the court lines. You play best 3 out of 5, and each game is played to 25. If it comes down to the 5th game, then the game is played to 15. At the beginning and end of each game, you shake hands with the players and coaches as a sign of good sportsmanship. Volleyball is a game that people of all ages can get involved in, whether in a gym or on the beach. I thoroughly enjoyed the 7 years that I was able to play it. It taught me a lot about strength and determination. If you have not already played the sport before, I hope that one day you will, and that you will enjoy it as much as I do.